Hi learners, welcome to my YouTube channel. So today we are going to see the new topic, the part 1 of the complex numbers. So in that we are going to see the conjugate of a complex number, then the addition of complex numbers, subtraction of complex numbers, multiplication of complex numbers and the division of complex numbers. So now let us see first what is a complex number. So a number of the type which is like it is a plus ib, or we can also write this as ib, we can write as bi. So we can write here a plus bi, where this a and b, these are the real numbers, and I is root of -1. This is called as complex numbers. Now suppose you take this example here. So this a is a real part and this b is the imaginary part. And the complex number again, it is denoted by z. So we can write as z is equal to a plus ib. So this is the base of what this complex numbers, what you have to remember. So before that, before starting the examples, now let us see there are some formulas in it what you have to keep in mind, and you have to note this down. So now always I, wherever you see I, that you have to write root of -1. Wherever there is I2, that is going to be -1. I3, I3 will be what? I square into I. You know the exponents. This is the base, and this is I square, and this is 1. So 2 plus 1, that is going to be 3. So you know the value of I square now, that is -1, and this will be I. So that will be -1 into I, that is going to be minus I. And I4 is I square into this square, this is going to be 4. So here, that will be -1 for this one and square of it, and that is 1. And I5 is what? I4 into I. Again, this I said 4, this is 1 over here, 4 plus 1 becomes 5. So here, you know now I4 is what? 1. So it will be 1 into I. So 1 raised to 4 means that is going to be 1. 1 into I, that is I. So these things here, you have to remember this one. And now I6. I6 also you can write here I square raised to 3, means this is going to be 3 to the 6. And you know now I square is what? That is -1. So -1 raised to 3. And now this is an odd number. So -1 into -1 into -1. It is always going to be, this is going to be negative. Wherever there is an odd number, the exponent is odd, it is always going to be negative. So this is going to be -1. And now there is this last one, that is 1 by I, that is going to be -I. So this you have to remember. Now see, now let us see, this is like I have done this table for your conjugate of a complex number. These are the complex numbers. Okay, we have to look at the conjugate, and it's very easy. See, this 3 plus 2I means only you have to change the sign. This is plus, so you have to do it minus. The rest is the same. Now here is -4 minus this one. You have to just add a plus to it, and the rest, this is going to be the same. Now 2I minus 3, you can also write this as -3 first plus 2I. So this will be, if you are using this one, because I should be always right, because our general formula is a plus bi. So this should be better, you have to rearrange it. So that is going to be, now see, a -3 as it is, only the middle sign, this is plus, so this becomes minus. The other things are as it is. Now cos theta plus I sin theta. So here, this is plus, so you have to make it to minus. So here is minus. This is going to be the same. So these are the conjugates of this one. So now let us see how to plot a complex number on the complex plane. So in the complex plane, actually the horizontal, you know, there is a graph. Whenever you draw a graph, this is the sloping line. This is called the horizontal axis, and this is the vertical one. This is the standing line. This is the vertical one. So the horizontal axis is the real axis here, and the vertical axis is the imaginary axis. So now let us see this one. See, this is the horizontal one. So this is the real axis, and this is the vertical one, this is the imaginary one. Okay, so this is the basics you have to remember. So now let us plot the complex numbers. So the numbers are given 2 plus 3i. These are the numbers given. So you know this, what are we going to look at the points here? This is 2 and this is 3. You have to look at these points. Again, this is -1 and this is +2, -5 and -4. So on the graph, we have to look for these points. So now see here, that is what I have written over here. 2 plus 3i will be like plotting 2 and 3. This is what I said. Then minus 1 plus 2i will be like plotting minus 1 and 2. Again, this is what. Then minus 5 minus 4 will be like plotting minus 5 and 4. See here, because I don't write it at the last moment, I just keep it and then I explain it, because this looks like a neat work. So when you're just having a look at it, anything whatever is written neatly, you feel like reading it, and then you understand better. So this is why instead of writing it at the last moment, I just write it and then explain. Hope you got this one. So now this one, see here, we are going to plot it on this one. We are going to draw the normal one. You know how to graph it. Always here there are the positive, positive, and the negative ones. So this is the real axis and this is the imaginary one. So 2 plus 3, as I told you, this you should concentrate on 2 and 3. So this is 2 means always this will be x and this will be y. 2 here and 3 here. So can you look at here? So here you will write 2 plus 3i. So now again here is minus 1, 2. So minus 1, 2 means here minus 1, 2. So this one. So this is going to be the other point. Then it is going to be minus 5, minus 4. So minus 5 and minus 4. So it should be here. So here you are going to write the plot. So this is, you should know how to plot it. So now let us see whether this, actually the first things are very easy, but we have to see how to add, subtract and all that stuff. So now see here the addition of a complex number. So this is the question given over there. So what I did, I just expanded it. So I just removed the brackets for here for the first step. All things are as it is. So now let us bring these terms together without I. So because we have the formula a plus bi. So this is 3 plus 5, we brought it here in the one bracket, and then what I do, this and this one. So from this one, what I can see, the I can take as common, and then minus 7 plus 3. So minus 7, I took I common, and minus 7 plus 3. So what happens here, this you will get 8, and this will be minus 7 plus 3 means it is going to be minus 4i. Now same for here. First thing, I remove the brackets. This is the step, and then again this is without I, the constant one means without a variable means that is called the constant one. Minus 3 plus minus 2 plus 3 means that is going to see here, and then with I, so I will be common from here, and what remains is 5 minus 7. So this is going to be 1, and this is going to be minus 2i. So now we'll see for the complex, this was for the subtraction. Subtraction also the same, but when you remove this bracket, what happens? You have to see for this into this, that is going to be minus 2, and this will be minus becomes plus and 3i. So here what will you do? 4 minus 2 and plus here what will you do? Here there is nothing means there is 1i. So 1 plus 3. Hope you got this one, and I. So now this will be 2 plus 4i. So here you don't need more explanation and more examples. So I've just given one example over here because just it is subtraction. And now again for the multiplication. Here multiplication, now these are the two brackets. So what will you do? You will multiply this into this. Then you will multiply this into this. So this into this is going to be 2. When you multiply this into this means 1 minus 3i. That is, this is going to be minus 3i. Then you will multiply this into this. That is going to be plus 2i. This into this, that is going to be minus 3i squared. This is very important, I squared. So now what will you do? You will bring this as it is over here. Minus 3 plus 2i. That is going to be 1. Minus 1, right? So we don't write 1. So just we'll write here minus I. So now you will write this minus 3 as it is. For this I square, what are you going to write? And we have seen that the start, the formulas, that is what I square is minus 1. So since that I square is minus 1. So what will you do? This as it is, and minus becomes plus, that is going to be 3. So now these are the constant ones, 3 plus 2 plus 3, that is going to be 5 and minus I, because now it is in the form of a plus bi. Now again from here, we'll see here, this will take the square of it. So here you don't have to expand this one. Why? Because this is also a, this is the same number. This is also b, the same number is b. So what happened here? A plus b and a minus b. We have the formula directly, a plus b and a minus b. That is a minus b. sorry, that is a square minus b square. A plus b and a minus b, that is a square minus b square. So this is very important formula where it is used many times. This formula is used. There are three formulas which I use, that is a plus b whole bracket square, that is a square plus 2ab plus b square. Again and again I repeat it, a minus b whole bracket square, that is a square minus 2ab plus b square. And this is the third one. These three formulas are used in many places. So you have to remember this. So what will be that? Now a square. A square means 3 square. And this is b square means I square. So we have a square minus b square. So this is a square minus b square. So 3 square is going to be 9. And now look at here, this minus as it is. And now you know I square is minus 1. We have seen over here I square is minus 1. So now 9 plus 1, minus minus becomes plus. So 9 plus 1, that is going to be 10. Now we'll see for the division of complex numbers. So whenever we have to divide, so what we have to do to divide a plus bi plus c plus di. Suppose this is there. So this is a plus bi divided by c plus di. So for what we have to do, find complex of the denominator. Now you have seen wherever the complex of the denominator. So this is in the denominator. So c plus di, the complex of that is going to be, I've shown you in that this one, the table you have seen in the start. So what you have to do in place of this plus, whenever you have to take, you have to just put minus, that's it. So here this is the point what I have written, find complex on the denominator and multiply both the numerator and denominator by the same one. So now here see here, this is the question over here. So same thing over here. Now this is the complex of the denominator, this is the denominator. So now here this is extra, so same thing should be in the numerator. So both the numerator and the denominator you have to multiply it. So same, this should be multiplied over here. So now what will you do here? You are going to now this thing in the denominator, this is again a plus b and a minus b, because so that should be a square minus b square. So this will be in the denominator, but in the numerator what we can see, a plus bi, and this is c minus di. So what we will do, you will expand it this into this, that is going to be ac, this into this, that is going to be adi minus adi, this into this is going to be bci, and this into this is going to be minus, because this is plus and this is minus, so that is going to be minus bdi square. Hope you got this one. So this is what I have written. I have expanded and I have written over here. So now and this I told you, this is a square minus b square, because this is a plus b and a minus b. So now what will you do? Now we'll put this as it is over here. This also same. But for this one we can write bd. For I square we can write here again minus 1, because we know the value of I square is minus 1. And again what we can do, this will be writing as it is, but now see here, di square, when it was that is di square means this square is for this as well as this, so that is going to be d square I square, so that is d square I square. So now what will you do, same thing is this same, but minus and minus becomes plus, so this is plus bd, that's a difference over there. And now this will be same, this also will be same. For minus 1 you are going to write here minus I square, this is I square, you are going to write here minus 1. So now see here, this is the same, so only the change is here same, minus and minus becomes plus, and that is d square, that is the difference over here. And now what will you do, now this and this, so because we have to bring it in the form of a plus bi, so now this a plus bd, we are going to keep it over here, plus now this and this we are going to bring it together, that will be bc minus ad, bc minus ad, because we want here plus here, and that is I, and here the denominator the same. So this is the answer. Again I give you one more example for this, because that is little different. Now see here, so division we have taken extra example. So for now again you have to divide this, means this is the what is it, then you have to take the conjugate of that, that is this is plus, so you will write here minus, same thing over here. So now what will you do, this is a plus b, a minus b, again here means it should be a square minus b square, so a square means that is 3 square, minus b square means minus I square, so this is I. And now you're going to expand this. This into this is going to be 3. This into this is going to be minus I. Now this into this is going to be minus 4 into 3 minus 12i. And this into this is going to be minus minus becomes plus 4i square. Plus 4i square. Now again what will you do? This you will keep as it is, this as it is, this as it is, and this one as it is, but for I square you can write here minus 1. And now this is 9, 3 square is 9, and I square, let us write this I square first here, because I have removed it from the bracket. So now what will you do here? 3 as it is. When you add this one minus I minus 12i means there is 1 over here, so that should be added. So minus 13i, and this will be minus 4. And now this 9 as it is, this negative sign as it is, but for this I square we had to write minus 1, so I put it in a bracket. So now this changes. So now see here, 3 minus 4, that is going to be minus 1. This minus 39 as it is, and this becomes minus minus becomes plus, so 9 plus 1. So here both same, 9 plus 1 10. So now we have to bring this one in the form of a plus bi. So what will you do here? You are going to write this one here, and then along with the sign you are going to write it here. So now you can see it is in the form of a plus bi. So by this one we have completed today's work. Do like and subscribe to my channel so you get the notification of the other parts. Thank you.